If you've seen my video on how to sign up to be an Ascap member, you might be wondering, well, Saad, geez, why don't you show us your royalty statements? Well, fine. It's only fair if I show you mine so you all know how to read yours. So here we go. Head over to ascap.com. And of course, this assumes that you're already a member, but I'm going to show you what my profile looks like. I'm going to go ahead and click Music Creators, and I'm going to log into my writer account. So this is my writer account right here. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to where it says View All Statements. Now you'll see that my latest statement is from April 2022, and you can see the dollar amount there, and I'm going to go ahead and click PDF to download the statement. Now once you download the statement, you'll see that it comes in several pages, and you'll see right at the top the dollar amount, in this case $389.27. You'll see the date of distribution, April 11, 2022, and you'll see all that other good stuff of terms of your account information, your address, etc. It looks very professional. Now we're moving on to the second page. This is the year-to-date earnings summary. For me, I don't learn anything else new, I guess, from this page because I already know what I earned year-to-date from my other statements. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this page. Now here on page 3 is where it starts to get real interesting, so pay attention. This here shows your performance categories. So if you write music for film, etc., you'll see a bunch of these different networks over here, and this is where maybe you would have some royalties from. Since I write primarily for the concert hall, most of my stuff is going to be down here in this additional categories, symphonic concerts, recitals, and educational concerts, and you can see the breakdown right there. So you see I earned $45 from additional categories. I don't know what the heck that is. It's additional categories. Symphonic concerts, we know what that is. That's a big symphony orchestra. The next one are recitals. Those are going to be your smaller concerts. Maybe there are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players playing your piece. And the last one is usually the smallest part of the pie. That's educational concerts. Say you have a piece being played at a university, college, etc. You're going to have a less amount of payout there for an educational concert. That's just the way it goes. Now we're going on to the next page. Here we see one of the breakdowns, the $45 I mentioned before, but I don't really know what this is about because it says reprocess. I don't know what piece this is attributed to, so I'm just gonna skip this because I'm not learning much from this page. So I'm gonna go down to the next page. Now I'm starting to see the dollar amounts associated with the pieces. So you can see here my clarinet concerto, it earned $23. Wow. Now I think what happened here is that this is a reprocess, which means that there was some mistake that happened in a previous statement. So typically I would earn a lot more for a big clarinet concerto, and I believe I did earn a lot more money in previous statements from this piece because this money is being paid out now in 2022, spring 2022, but this piece was actually premiered in early 2020, in January 2020, in fact. So I think what's happening is that there are some extraneous funds that are coming in, trickling in. I'm not going to complain. That's money in my pocket. The next one is Dori, which is a smaller piece, 3 players playing this piece. Again, this is a reprocess, so I'm getting $3.79, not that much. Same thing going on here with Hawa and Command Fantasy. Recital is a strange one because that's an orchestral work, big orchestra, but that piece was premiered in 2018. So 4 years later, I'm getting 79 cents. Again, not a big deal, but it's strange what's happening with Ascap. They have this reprocessing going on with some of my pieces that have been played years ago. But again, I'm not going to complain. And then we have Shifting Sands, Takt, and Thulathi, which got a little bit more money in this reprocess. So let's go ahead and skip to the next page. Now we're getting to the bigger category, symphonic concerts. Here we have $226.92. Can't complain about that. Let's see what that was about. So we see here it's my piece Hawa, which was for orchestra. And you'll see here the royalty payout. That was the total amount, $226. Again, this performance was back from 2019. Usually these payouts are from performances that happened about within a year ago. Yeah, within a year. And These performances are being paid out much later. I don't know why. That's why you kind of have to check your Ascap statements all the time to make sure that you're getting paid for what you deserve, right? I mean, you spent all this time writing this music, you should get paid for it. All right, moving on to the next page is the category of recitals. Again, smaller amount of people, $86, not as much money. So you see here, Dori, Command Fantasy, Shifting Sands. These are all smaller pieces that I wrote, and you'll see the payouts right there, $37, $24, $24. You'll see the performances, March 2, 2019. Wow. February 24, 2019. May 12, 2019. So you got to be careful. Sometimes they're going to pay you out 3 years later when they should have paid you out a year later. That's just how it goes. There's not really much control we have over it, except making sure that you have a list of performances that you've had in the past and that you can check off when you got paid for those performances. That's at least what I do. So let's move on to the next page here, which is the educational concerts, which I mentioned earlier before. $30, 10 cents, not a lot of money, but still something. Let's see what we have here. So this is a performance of Shifting Sands from February 2nd, 2019. This was at a college. I don't remember which one it was. That was a long time ago, but apparently I got $30 out of it. Now, this is the last category that we're going to go over today. So we made it all the way to the end. I hope that this inspires you to check out your own Ascap account and see how the money kind of starts to trickle in. Maybe not 3 years later. Hopefully they'll be a little faster about it. But the last thing I want to show you before we go is this last 50% right here. What does this mean? You'll see it here, and you'll see it in my other pages. You'll see 50%, all this stuff, 50%, share percentage, 50%. What exactly does that mean? Well, it means that somebody else owns the other 50% of these royalties. Who could that possibly be? Well, if you play your cards right, it should be you. It should be you because you, as most likely someone that doesn't have a publisher, self-publish your own music. So guess what? I'm also getting the other 50% because I also have a publishing account with Ascap. So in another month, I would actually get the other 50% of this royalty. So check this out. This writer account here is $389.27. But we said that there's another 50% lying around. Look at this. This here is my Ascap publishing account. See here how it says Dib Press, that's my publishing name, instead of Saad Haddad. And you'll see here, that's where the other money is. So it's not exactly the same, but it's about the same, $348.15. So guess what? If we added those two numbers, we're gonna get $737.42, which is not too shabby. So make sure that you are checking that you're getting the statements for both your writer and publishing accounts. Now keep this in mind. As you write more and more pieces and you accrue more and more performance, this would theoretically mean that you would have more and more royalties in the back end. That might have sounded mighty obvious to you, but I can't tell you how many composers have failed to do this after painstakingly writing so much freaking music. So please keep this in mind. Now, if you want to see another Ascap royalty breakdown, be sure to check out this video here next.